Have you heard of Kharg Island? 5 miles long, made of coral, smaller than Manhattan. You probably played on it in Battlefield 3, 15 years ago. And right now, it might determine how the 2026 Iran war ends, or make it even worse. Here is what Kharg Island actually does. 90% of Iran's oil exports leave from here, not through the Strait of Hormuz, not from Tehran, from this one small island, with deep water jetties, built specifically for supertankers. The CIA said it in 1984, the most vital facility in Iran's oil system. 40 years later, nothing has changed. 18 million barrels of crude are sitting in storage there right now. If oil is Iran's money, Kharg is the vault. Here is why that matters. In 2026, the United States and Israel struck Iran. On February 28th, Iran responded by effectively closing the Strait of Hormuz. 130 ships a day used to pass through. By early March, that number was down to 6. Trump wants it open, and someone in Washington looked at a map and pointed at Kharg Island. If we take the vault, Iran opens the door. That is the theory. On March 13th, the U.S. struck Kharg Island. 90 military targets, missile bunkers, naval mine storage, military installations. Trump said U.S. forces totally demolished most of the island, then said he might strike it a few more times, just for fun. Satellite imagery taken days later showed 3 tankers, still moored at the jetties, still loading, still exporting. The island the U.S. struck was still doing its job. By the time of this writing, 3,500 Marines and sailors are heading toward the Persian Gulf. The 82nd Airborne is also deploying. The USS Tripoli, an amphibious assault ship, is steaming through the Singapore Strait. Trump has not confirmed plans to seize Kharg. His team has not ruled it out. One White House source said, "We need about a month to weaken Iran further with strikes, then take the island, then use it as leverage for negotiations." Iran's parliament speaker responded, "We are monitoring every U.S. movement. If they step out of line, all vital infrastructure of that regional country will become a target." He did not name which country. He did not need to. But here is the problem with the theory. Kharg Island is 350 miles from the Strait of Hormuz. Taking the vault does not automatically open the door. They are not even close to each other. Military analysts have noted seizing Kharg would likely delay, rather than accelerate, reopening the strait, because every U.S. Navy ship providing force protection around Kharg is a ship not escorting tankers through Hormuz. And there is something else. America is currently letting Iranian oil flow through anyway, because if it stops, global markets crash. So the plan, as it stands, is to seize Iran's primary oil export hub, while simultaneously needing Iran's oil to keep the world economy running, taking the vault while still needing what is inside it. This is not the first time Kharg has been targeted. During the Iran-Iraq War in the 1980s, Saddam Hussein bombed it repeatedly. Iran kept exporting oil anyway. The island kept running. That was 40 years ago. The island has been through this before. So here is the question. Nobody is answering cleanly. If bombing Kharg did not stop Iran then, and the 2026 strikes left it still operating, what does seizing it actually achieve? The US would have the vault. Iran would still control the door. And the bill? For a military operation 350 miles from the problem it is supposed to solve keeps running on borrowed time and money.